can't stop the signal now.
Man, it's been quite the journey. Oh my lord. Every time I think I'm done with a certain line of thinking and everything, I'm sitting there editing the footage to slap it together in a PSA and whatnot. Something else comes to my attention. It's like, oh wait, well, didn't realize that before, didn't notice that before. So it's like, okay, well, I might have to do another PSA there and whatnot. So this time, well, the previous one, it's on like Donkey Kong. So I laid it out there in the simplest terms I possibly could, and I realized there is a certain aspect of geeking and whatnot that might get lost in translation. So I'm gonna go ahead and touch on it really quick. Growing up, there used to be the geeks and the nerds, and I never really truly fully understood the distinction between them. I considered myself both a geek and a nerd, but I preferred to go with the title of geek. In my elder years here and whatnot, I do believe the distinction has clarified a bit. And putting together this last PSA kind of put a finer point on it. I'm not just a geek. I am a nerd. I am in real life, I'm in fact a biological scientist. You cannot get any nerdier than that. Let me say, I love information. I love data. I love facts. All that good stuff. I actually considered doing a more of a nerd channel. Dealing with like some sort of science thing or something. I considered it. It would have been fun. Except, I didn't have the resources for it. Still don't. This, I can do it. In my, the living room, bedroom, whatever the case may be. I don't need any, I don't need a laboratory or anything like that. So it made it a pretty easy decision. And I don't regret it one bit. Why? Because this is an absolute blast. I get to tap into the geek side of my personality. Full bore, 100%. Boom. We're off to the races. I'm putting this out there because I've noticed something else over the last, 2.5 years, a couple years I've been streaming. People come in, they're excited. I'm trying to do something different here. I'm not a Dr. Disrespect clone. I'm not a Mr. Beast clone. I'm not a Jacksepticeye clone. I'm not a Markiplier clone, etc., etc. I'm not a PewDiePie clone ad nauseum. I'm trying to do something different here. I am. I think that throws people off. They don't know. I don't think they know what to make a Rebel Squadron, and that's fine. That goes along with the territory of trying to do something new. Nothing wrong with that. But here's the caveat. They come in thinking one thing, they realize it's not exactly what they were expecting. Instead of giving it a chance, they get butthurt and or whatever, and they leave. And you know what? That's their choice. That's the beauty of freedom and the free market, let me say. I'm not complaining about that. They got that choice. But this is the reason why I'm bringing it up. I don't think they get it. And if you don't understand something, you're obviously not going to get it. It's a real shame, because I think if they would give the channel a chance, give the content a chance, take the time to understand what we're all about here at Rebel Squadron, I think they might be surprised. And it goes back to the previous video. It's on like Donkey Kong. Touches, it's all about that. I'm going to expand on it a tiny little bit here. This is a geek channel. This is not a nerd channel. It is a geek channel. It is. I'm not against discussing details and stuff like that. So many recruits have come into the live stream, and that's all they do is spew information, spew data. And it's like, this is not a nerd channel. It's a geek channel. We're focusing on the fun side of this stuff. The fun side of the, in terms of just sheer enjoyment, if you know what I mean. Hopefully that makes sense. It makes sense up here. Hopefully it makes sense to you. My primary goal here, being on my end of things, trying to entertain, guys. Trying to entertain. When people come in and they're just spitting out information, they're not relaxing. I'm not saying it's not enjoyable to nerd out. I'm not saying that. But they're not enjoying themselves in the way that the channel is designed to. This is what I'm getting at. Like I said, this is designed to be a geek channel first and foremost. So guys, people, just relax. Like I said, it's on like Donkey Kong. Just relax, guys. Just relax. There's a time and place to nerd out. There's a time and place to geek out. This is the time and place to geek out. Relax, let your hair down. Don't take yourself so seriously. There's more to gaming and pop culture and stuff like that than just a laundry list of information. They're two sides of the same coin if you get down to it. I'm not knocking nerds because I am also a nerd. But I'm a geek first and foremost because that's where I get to let my hair down. That's where I get to relax, not take myself so seriously. This world has just gone so far off the deep end. And like I discussed in the previous video, geeks are afraid to be geeks. If you don't understand what I mean by that, you're going to have to watch the previous video. I'm not going to go ahead and rehash that. I am trying to keep this a little bit on the short side, if you don't mind. Geeks are afraid to be geeks anymore. 2-3 aspects of this. First and foremost, the perversion of geekdom. Everything's just been flipped on its head. Bell curve is gone. It's either a super kid or super mature, which is code for pornographic and just gore. There's almost nothing in between, guys. I'm trying to fill that space in between those 2 points. I'm trying to do my part to do that. That's point number 1. Point number 2, relax. This is a geek channel. Not primarily a nerd channel, geek channel. So we're focused on the fun side, the entertaining side. Now, if you happen to hang out in the cantina, I did open up a Nerd Rage channel, specifically for those that want to get it down into the nitty gritty, hyper detailed laundry list type stuff going on. Because it's not like I don't enjoy that stuff. I do, but I'm more when I engage in the nerd side like that, when it comes to gaming stuff like that, I'm generally more I internalize it. When I'm trying to stream all that stuff, make videos, that focuses on the fun side. However, I understand. Some of you guys, you prefer the nerd side. You prefer to nerd out. You prefer the nerd rage to the, just the geeking out. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't fit in with what the live streams and stuff. So I open up a Nerd Rage channel. You guys can go in there and nerd out, tap into your nerd rage. Yeah, just have a blast with it. Have fun with it. If I feel like jumping in, I'll jump in. But by and large, I got other stuff and folks. Guys, I'm so busy in real life. You have no idea. This is my chance to unwind, to relax, and to hopefully entertain in the process. That's what I'm trying to do here. So when people nerd out versus geeking out, it's taken away from what I'm trying to do here, both for myself and for the community at large. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just trying to define what Rebel Squadron is about here. If you get butthurt over that, then that's just another point. You need to grow a thicker skin. I'm just speaking plainly here. It's not meant to hurt anybody's feelings. If it hurts your feelings, like I said, get thicker skin, guys. Thicker skin. I've talked about this in the past. Being a geek, even being a nerd, you need to have a thicker skin. Back in the day, we had those things. Thicker skin. Even when I ask for feedback, I don't get feedback. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Usually the only feedback, at least in terms of constructive criticism, it's usually just people being nasty. And I get the people, they put out the great comments, the positive comments, the fun comments. But when it comes to like construction criticism, there's nothing. It's either just pure nastiness or nothing at all. It's really weird. It's very strange. So I don't know. Like I've said in previous videos, I do consider myself to be an elder in the geek community, going back to the days of Pong. There's something that's not there, guys. I see it as plain as day. Even if you guys don't see it or even understand what I'm talking about as of yet, it is there. It is real. I'm trying to raise awareness and just help you guys get on board. So you guys you get as much fun as you think you're having. I guarantee you, there's so much more fun to be had. Why? Because the bell curve's been squashed into a 2-point line. That's why. There's all this stuff in between. It's just completely being ignored. Especially in this day. It's just, wow. Yeah. So, yeah. That about sums it up. Nerds versus geeks. Geeks versus nerds. It's been an age-old thing. It's always been a thing. So as far back as I can remember. It's been a very interesting dichotomy. I think I finally get it myself. Nerds focus more on the data-driven aspect of pop culture. Geeks focus more on just having fun. There's nothing wrong with either one. A little friendly rivalry never hurts anybody. I consider myself both a nerd and a geek. However, Rebel Squadron focuses on the geekdom. It focuses on the geek side of pop culture. That's what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, don't take it personally. If you do, put your big boy pants on. This is Rebel Squadron. No crybabies. It's all about just having a good time. Relax, guys. So with that said, that's what we're going to do. We're going to relax. We're going to take back the skies, Rebel Squadron style. It's nice to get off my chest. Hopefully that's the last PSA I got to do for a while. I find they're necessary, but they're not as much fun, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's time to take back the skies. Cheers, recruit. Bottoms up.
Can't stop the signal now.